I'm with Maurice Bichard, who's the president of the British Cattle Breeders Club, just ahead of the 2017 conference. And I'd like to ask Maurice, it's another conference. What's your hopes and expectations for this year?
Oh, I think, Chairman, as you know, I haven't done too much of the work. It's you and your committee who've been working. I hope that we will continue to persuade all of those who are in the cattle breeding industry that science has a great deal to offer them, particularly genetics, and that they must ask themselves, look over the fence a little to the other industries, the poultry, the pigs, the dairy cattle, and ask themselves how much benefit those species have gained from the application of genetics and how far behind we are still in beef cattle and, of course, even more so in sheep.
Now, Maurice, you've been president for 6 years and you finish your office this year coming. What would you say the development of the club has been in that time?
Yes, my memory, of course, goes back not the whole 70 years, but I've read a lot of the papers from there. In the early days, it was very much the academics wanting to teach and the breeders asking to be taught.
Yes.
We've come to a rather different format now, and we probably have a lot more nutrition and management and veterinary studies as well in, which brings in rather more people, but at the same time we can still try and get over the breeding and genetic aspects. And I think we've got quite a good formula. We've got good numbers. We don't want too many people. This 250 delegates is a nice number, and I think we're coasting along quite well now.
And finally, next year is the 70th anniversary of the British Cattle Breeders Club, and as I said, you're leaving office this year. Would you have a message for delegates and conferences going forward?
I probably have a lot of messages, but I'll try and probably come back to the one that I answered to your first question. Look at what has happened when new thinking has come into the organization of improvement. If I look at what's happening in quite a lot of the beef cattle breeds, it hasn't changed enough. It's rather similar to what was going on almost 70 years ago. I'd ask people to look around and perhaps copy some of the work that's going on in your own breed, in the Limousin. But even there, it seems to me that science has got more to offer if only breeders would allow it.
Well, Maurice, you've been a fantastic president of the club, and thank you very much.
Okay.